Well, the terrifying chain of events this weekend had many kids and adults alike thinking, what would I do if it happened to me? KHON talked to a self-defense expert to get some guidance. It's a trauma no child or family should endure. A young lady kidnapped. What, if anything, can be done when people with bad intentions cross your path? Experts say run if you can, hide or fight.
The run, hide, fight is in that order, right? Because if you're a child or if you're much smaller than the individual who's attacking you, it's going to be very hard for you unless you're extremely proficient in being able to defend yourself.
Martin Day is the chief instructor at Martial Arts Company and also a professional fighter.
We always teach kids that the number one tool that you need for self-defense is avoiding potential dangerous situations. And, so if it does come down to you having to actually fight and physically defend yourself, I think having the tools to be able to do that is so important, not just for kids or for girls, but for anyone, right?
He cautions it cannot be learned in a moment, that it takes practice and continual training to execute calmly and confidently.
If you did attend that one self-defense workshop or self-defense class, it's going to be hard to remember what you learned in the heat of the moment when your blood is pumping and you're in that fight or flight mode. Whereas if you're training in a martial art or some kind of self-defense discipline on a regular basis, these things become second nature to you.
But what about when fighting isn't an option with an armed or overpowering captor? Well, then it can become a battle of wits, looking for an opportunity for escape and rescue, just like Michaela did.
If you're putting yourself in these uncomfortable situations on the mats or in the gym training for these self-defense scenarios, so you'll be able to slow things down in your head. And if you are abducted or if there's some kind of dangerous situation going on, and kind of think, what's the best way for me to get out of this? So just like what Michaela did, she was able to stay calm for long enough to be able to use her wits and kind of, help herself out of that very dangerous situation.
Key to Michaela's restaurant escape plan working was a ready and able Good Samaritan stepping up.
Just having the confidence to be able to defend yourself will help you to have the confidence to step in like that young man did. He made the world of a difference just then, and that could have been the difference between life or death right there.
Parents wary of teaching kids to fight should know it does not make them more likely to pick a fight. Quite the opposite, Day says.
You're a lot less likely to get into a fight. You're a lot less likely to instigate and be a bully or pick fights. And because of that self-confidence and that spatial awareness of knowing what's going on around you and potentially pick up on dangerous situations, you know how to avoid those situations as well. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. It's better to be able to do it and not need to than the situation comes up and you don't know what to do, right?